Michael here with Thorne Brothers. Today we are here to talk about some springtime musky fishing. Everyone's buzzing in the shop right now, excited and gearing up for our springtime muskies. And today we're here to kind of talk about a few different setups that are really geared towards springtime and small bait fishing. Everybody has their heavies, their extra heavies for 3/4 of the year. Those are great rods to have. And most people are missing a springtime or a lighter rod in their setup. So we're gonna talk about some reels that you can pair with those, lures that you're gonna throw with them, and then some nice light leaders as well. So let's dive in, we'll get talking about it. All right, so we'll start on the lighter end first. In front of me here, those first couple of rods, I'm gonna have Thorne Brothers Predator blanks that are heavy, moderate, fast. They run anywhere from about a half to 2-3 ounces or so. Great for small glide baits, small bucktails, small cranks, small twitch baits. Also for people who don't want to have a big heavy rod as well, great option there. It is going to feel a lot lighter in the hand than a true musky Predator blank. Moving up from there, I do have a St. Croix Victory in a 710 double extra heavy. That rod is technically made for really big glide baits and really big swim baits. In our application here, we're gonna use it for the same thing, but for muskies. Big glide baits, bro, Chad shads, Gantrell juniors, even the big Gantrell, that rod will throw that. Again, made for big swim baits, big glide baits, but in a musky application, we can throw single-bladed bucktails, smaller double-bladed bucktails, and get away with that lighter application there. Moving up, a little bit heavier, Legend Tournament Series, a 710 medium in a musky blank. So a little bit heavier than that bass blank there, because it is a true musky blank. We're looking at up to 3 ounces, 80-pound line on that. Personally, I probably would go that way just because I'm more used to a true musky rod. 710 for me is gonna feel really short. However, for those glide baits and working that true motion downward with the rod, it's gonna be a little bit more comfortable in the boat. Not gonna be hitting the water with that rod tip, a little easier to control and work the bait there. Kind of its bigger brother here above it, that's an 8-foot medium heavy. We're kind of getting into true musky rod country there, but it still could be considered a lighter springtime musky rod for whether you're throwing smaller top waters or again, smaller bucktails. You can get away with probably some bigger bucktails on that though too. So great selection of rods, kind of everything from light, medium, a little bit medium heavy. Got to talk about some reels to pair those with. For the bass stuff, a good 200 size bait caster is perfect. We have some great options here. My personal favorite would be the Coastal 200 by Daiwa. It has a little bit bigger reel handle on here, EVA foam. You got a lot to grip to. You get the T-wing technology on that as well. Tons of line capacity for 65-pound, whatever kind of line you're running on there. So good Shimano option would be the Curado 200. Everyone's really familiar with the Curados. Very tried and true reel here. That's gonna work good as well. A couple of outliers here on the sides. A Tatula T-Wing 200, that's a newer reel from Daiwa. Very similar to say the Curado 200. Gonna hold a lot of line. It does have the T-Wing technology and also a big oversized 150 millimeter handle. So a lot more to hold on to there. For the two bigger rods, these actual musky blank rods, a Tranx 300 or a Tatula 300 would be a good option. It is a bigger sized, more very true musky reel. So it's gonna be a lot heavier than say the 200s, but will balance out that 8-foot medium heavy a little bit better. The last thing I wanna talk about, obviously the rod and the reel and the baits are very important. However, maybe one of the most important things is gonna be the leader. Since we are using lighter line, lighter baits, lighter tackle in general, we do wanna use a little bit lighter leader. It's gonna give the bait a little bit more action in the water. This is a 49 strand metal leader, but it is only a 65-pound and a 12-inch. So again, a little bit lighter, gonna add a little more action to those smaller springtime baits. If you do have any questions though, stop on in, give us a call. We can talk about all this stuff. Spring is here, spring musky fishing is getting close, so stop on in and gear up.